Well, dear learners, so I welcome you all in this session again on ledger. So, in this session, we will see how the transactions are recorded in the book of original entry and then posting into ledger, and then how to make a balance, and then how to prepare a trial balance. So, this we will discuss it in this session with the help of an example. So, let us you see the example. With the help of this example, we will see how the transactions are recorded in journal, then posting it into ledger, making a balance, and then preparing the trial balance. So, well friends, the first transactions you see is related to the cash sales. So, well friends, in this transaction 15,000 rupees are related to the cash sales. So, as we have already learned how to record the transactions in the journal. So, in this journal entry, two accounts have been affected, cash account and sales account. So, here cash account comes under real account and sales being an revenue, it comes under nominal account. So, here we will apply the rationale of the real account and nominal accounts. So, as per the rule of the real accounts, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So, here in this transaction cash is coming in, therefore, cash account must be debited, and sales being an revenue, it belongs to the nominal account. Therefore, as per the rule of the nominal account, credit all revenues and gain. Therefore, we will credit the sales account. So, the transaction which is recorded in the journal will be cash account debit to sales. You can see cash account debit to sales 15,000 rupees. Again we go back. Second one is paid salaries. So, here friends, again two accounts have been affected if we make the payment of the salaries. First one is cash is going out, and the second account which is affected is salaries account. So, cash is going out, cash being an asset, it comes under real account, and we will apply the rule of the real account for cash. And as far as the salaries account is concerned, salary being an expenses for the business, we will apply the rule of the nominal accounts, because in nominal accounts, accounts of expenses, revenue, losses and gains take place. So, here two accounts which are affected is salaries account and cash account. So, here the journal entry would be salaries account debit to cash. We debited the salaries account because salary being an expenses and all expenses comes under nominal accounts, and we applied the rule of the nominal account, that is debit all expenses and losses. So, we debited the salaries account. And cash being an asset, so cash is going out, therefore, we applied the rule of the real account, credit what goes out. So, here cash is going out, therefore, we credited the cash account. Next one is sold goods to Pankaj. It means the business has made sales to Mr. Pankaj. So, here when the name of the customer is given, it means that we have sold the goods to Mr. Pankaj on credit basis, because here it is not mentioned whether the goods has been sold to Mr. Pankaj on cash basis or on credit basis. Therefore, we presume that the goods have been sold to Mr. Pankaj on credit basis. So, here the journal entry will be Pankaj account debit to sales, because sales is an revenue for the business and as per the rule of the nominal accounts, we have to credit the revenues accounts or gains accounts. So, here sales is an revenue, therefore, we credited the sales account, and Pankaj being a natural person comes under personal account, and we applied the rule of the personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So, here Mr. Pankaj is receiving the goods because we have sold the goods to Mr. Pankaj. So, we are the giver and Pankaj is the receiver. So, debit the receiver. So, Pankaj is the receiver, therefore, we debited the Pankaj account by 10,000 rupees. You can see the transaction, Pankaj account debit to sales 10,000 rupees. Then if we go back again, the fourth one is cash purchases 5,000 rupees. So, here we have purchases the goods worth rupees 5,000 on cash basis. So, here two accounts are affected, cash account and purchases account. So, here cash is going out, cash is an asset for the business and the accounts of asset come under real account, and we applied the rationale of the real account, credit what goes out. So, here on account of buying the goods on cash basis, cash is going out, therefore, cash account must be credited, and the account of purchases, because purchases being an expenditure for the business. So, therefore, as per the rationale of the nominal accounts, debit all expenses and losses. So, here we debited the purchases account. So, the journal entry would be purchases account debit to cash 5,000 rupees. Then the next one is paid for stationery 100 rupees. So, here we have paid 100 rupees for stationery. So, here two accounts are affected, cash account and stationery account. Cash account comes under real account and stationery being an expenses for the business will come under nominal account. So, therefore, here again we will apply the rule of real account for cash and rule of nominal account for stationery. So, paid for stationery, it means we have made the payment of rupees 100 on account of buying the stationery. So, here cash is going out, therefore, as per the rule of the real account, credit what goes out. So, here cash is going out and stationery being an expenses which comes under nominal account. So, as per the rationale of the nominal account, we must debit all the expenses. So, stationery being an expenses must be debited. Therefore, the journal entry would be stationery account debit to cash 100 rupees. Stationery account debit to cash 100 rupees. Now, if we go back, the next one is goods taken by the proprietor for personal use. So, here the proprietor has taken the goods worth rupees 1,000 from the business for his personal use. So, here when the proprietor is withdrawing something, either he is withdrawing the goods or he can withdraw the cash from the business for his personal use. So, here whatever he is going to withdraw from the business for his personal use. So, for that we use a word which is very much familiar and very much popular in the accounting terminology, that is what we call drawing. So, here two accounts are going to be affected, drawing account and goods account, that is purchases account. So, here the journal entry would be drawing account debit to purchase 1,000 rupees, because on account of withdrawing the goods from the business for personal use, the balance of the purchases account reduced by rupees 1,000 and drawing. So, here when he is drawing, it means he is receiving something from the business. So, the drawing account is a personal account, and as per the rationale of the personal account, debit the receiver. So here the proprietor is the receiver, therefore his account must be debited, therefore we will debit the drawing account debit to purchases, and here we have credited the purchase account because here the goods is reduced by rupees 1000 rupees. So therefore we credited the purchase account. So we can see the journal transaction, drawing account debit to purchases 1000 rupees. Then the next one is, if we go back, it is bought goods from Manoj 13,000 rupees. So we have bought the goods from Manoj 13,000 rupees. So here two accounts are going to be affected. The account of Mr. Manoj is going to be affected and the purchases account is going to be affected. So here nothing has been mentioned whether the goods has been bought from Mr. Manoj, whether on cash basis or on credit basis. Therefore, we will presume that the goods has been bought from Mr. Manoj on credit basis. So here the journal entry would be purchases account debit to Mr. Manoj, because Manoj is the natural person and account of Mr. Manoj comes under personal account, and as per the rule of the personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So Mr. Manoj is the giver, therefore we credited his account, and purchases being an expenses for the business. So as per the rationale of the nominal account, we debited the purchase account. So here the journal entry would be purchases account debit to Manoj 13,000 rupees. We can see purchases account debit to Manoj account 13,000 rupees. Now again, if we go back, received rupees 4,000 from Mr. Pankaj on account. Well friends, here we have received rupees 4,000 from Mr. Pankaj. So here two accounts are going to be affected, cash account and account of Mr. Pankaj. So cash account is the real account and cash is coming to us, therefore we applied the rule of the real account, debit what comes in. So here cash is coming in, therefore we debited the cash account, and account of Mr. Pankaj is the personal account, and as per the rule of the personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So when the business is receiving the money from Mr. Pankaj, it means Mr. Pankaj is the giver. So therefore, as per the rationale of the personal account, credit the giver, therefore Pankaj is the giver and we credited his account. So cash account debit to Mr. Pankaj 4,000 rupees. We can see cash account debit to Mr. Pankaj 4,000 rupees. Now again, if we go back, next one is sold goods for cash 4,000 rupees. So here cash goods has been sold for cash. So here two accounts are affected, cash account and sales account. So cash comes under real account and we will apply the rule of the real account, debit what comes in. So on account of selling the goods, cash is coming in, therefore cash account will be debited, and we have sold the goods, sales is a revenue for the business which comes under nominal account. So therefore, as per the rule of the nominal account, credit all revenues and gain, therefore we credited the sales account. So here the journal entry would be cash account debit to sales 4,000 rupees, cash account debit to sales 4,000 rupees. Next one is, we go back to the last transaction, received interest on investment 1,400. So here two accounts are going to be affected. First one is cash account and the second one is interest account. So cash being an asset comes under the real account and we will apply the rule of the real account, debit what comes in. So, here cash is coming in, therefore, cash account will be debited, and interest we are receiving it, it means the business is receiving the interest. So, for the business, interest is an revenue, interest is an income. So, interest is coming for the business, therefore, we will apply the rule of the nominal account. So, as per the rule of the nominal account, we must credit the account of revenues and gains. So, here interest is an revenue or income for the business, therefore, it will be credited. So, here the journal entry would be cash account debit to interest on investment. You can check it, cash account debit to interest account 1400. So, this was all about the journal entries. Now, we will see how the journal entries are posted into ledger. So, the first journal entry is cash account debit to sales account. So, here cash account has been debited and sales account has been credited. So, we will write 15,000 rupees in the debit side of cash account because cash account has been debited, and we will write 15,000 in the credit sides of sales account. So, we can check it, 15,000 in the debit side of cash account, yes, this is the debit side 15,000, and sales account we can also check, credit 15,000 rupees, yes, buy cash 15,000 rupees. Now, again we go back, second one is salaries account debit to cash. So, we will see that 6,000 rupees will be recorded in the debit side of salaries account and 6,000 will be written in the credit side of cash account. So, we can check it, 6,000 rupees in the credit side of cash account, buy salaries 6,000 rupees, and in the debit side of salaries account we will find to cash, we can check it, yes, to cash 6,000 rupees. Now, again we go back, the third journal entry will be Pankaj account debit to sales. So, we will find 10,000 rupees in the debit side of Pankaj account and 10,000 rupees in the credit sides of sales accounts. Check it, Pankaj account 10,000 rupees to sales. We found rupees 10,000 in the debit side of Pankaj account, and similarly we will find 10,000 rupees in the credit sides of sales accounts. So, we can check it, yes, by Pankaj 10,000 rupees. Next journal entry, purchases account debit to cash. So, we will find 5,000 rupees in the debit side of purchases account and 5,000 rupees in the credit side of cash account. So, we can check it, yes, 5,000 rupees purchases. So, here instead of furniture it must be purchase. So, it is a typing error. So, purchases 5,000 rupees, purchases account debit to cash 5,000 rupees. So, here cash account has been credited by 5,000 rupees. Similarly, you will find 5,000 rupees in the debit side of purchases account. We can check it, yes, 5,000 rupees to cash, 5,000 rupees debit side. Then again we go back, next one is stationery account debit to cash. So, you will find 100 rupees in the debit side of stationery account and 100 rupees in the credit sides of cash account. We can check it, cash account 100 rupees, credit side by stationery 100 rupees, and similarly you will find 100 rupees in the debit side of stationery account, 100 rupees. Now, the next transaction is drawing account debit to purchases. So, well friends, here you will find drawing account debit to purchases. So, you will find 1000 rupees in the debit side of drawing account and 1000 rupees in the credit side of purchase accounts. So, in the debit side of drawing account 1000 rupees. Yes, two purchases 1000 rupees in the debit side. Similarly, you will find 1000 rupees in the credit side of purchases account. Kindly check 1000 rupees in the credit side of purchases accounts, right. Now, again if we go back, next transaction is purchases account debit to Manoj. So, you will find 13,000 rupees in the debit side of purchase account and 13,000 rupees in the credit side of Manoj account. So, kindly check it. In the debit side purchase account 13,000 rupees in the debit side, and similarly you will find 13,000 rupees in the credit side of Manoj account. Kindly check 13,000 rupees in the credit side by purchases. Similarly, if you go back to the transaction, next one is cash account debit to Pankaj account. So, you will find 4,000 rupees in the debit side of cash account and 4,000 rupees in the credit side of Pankaj account. Kindly check debit side 4,000 of cash account, 4,000 rupees to Pankaj. Similarly, you will find 4,000 in the credit side of Pankaj account. Kindly check 4,000 rupees by cash. Next one is you will find 4,000 rupees in the debit side of cash account and 4,000 rupees in the credit sides of sales accounts. Kindly check two sales 4,000 rupees debit side. Similarly, in the credit sides of sales account 4,000 rupees by cash. Next one is cash account debit to interest account. You will find 1,400 in the debit side of cash account and 1,400 in the credit side of interest account. Kindly check 1,400 in the debit side of cash account and 1,400 must be in the credit side of interest account. Kindly check. Yes, 1,400 in the credit side of interest accounts. So, now friends, you see that we have posted all the transactions into ledger in their respective accounts. Now, we will see how the balance is made. So, well friends, you see that the total of the debit side of cash account is 24,400 rupees, and here the total of the credit side of the cash account is 11,100. So, the difference is 24,400 minus 11,100. So, the difference is 13,300. So, this difference we write here in order to make the balance of both the sides. We write here by balance CD 13,300. So, well friends, you kindly note one point here, that if the debit side of any account is more than the credit side, like in case of cash account, you will have a debit balance, and if the credit side is more than this debit side, you will have a credit balance. So, here in this account, because debit side is more than the credit side, because the total of the debit side is 24,400 and total of the credit side is only 11,100. So, in order to resemble the total of the cash account, we write here 13,300 by balance CD. So, if there is a debit balance, it means if the total of the debit side is more than the total of the credit side, we will use the word by balance CD 13,300. Likewise, sales account, yes, here you see friends, the total of the credit side of the sales account is 29,000 rupees. And here the total of sales account is nil because there is no transaction. So, in order to resemble the total of sales account, in order to make the balance of sales account, we write here balance CD 29,000. So, here you see that we have used the word to, and if the total of the debit side is more than the credit side, here we use the word by balance CD. But if the total of the credit side is more than the debit side, then we will use the word to balance CD, that is to balance carried down. This is how the balance is made. Likewise, salaries account. You see friends, in the debit side we have rupees 6,000, but as far as in the credit side we have no balance. Therefore, in order to resemble the total of salaries account, we write here by balance CD 6,000. This is I have already made very clear that if the total of the debit side will be more, then in order to resemble the total of both the sides, we will write by balance CD, and if the total of the credit side will be more than the debit side, in that case we will use the word to balance CD. Next one is Pankaj account. Here the total of the debit side is 10,000 and here the total of credit side is only 4,000 rupees. So, therefore, the balance is 6,000 rupees and we will use the word by balance CD. Next one is purchase account. So, in the debit side of purchase account we have the total of 18,000, but on the credit side we have the total of only 1,000 rupees. So, while making the balance total 18,000, here only 1,000. So, the balance is 17,000 rupees and we will write by balance CD because the total of the debit side is more than the credit side. Therefore, we will use the word by balance CD. Next one is stationery account. So, here you can see that the total of debit side is rupees 100 and here there is no balance, it is nil. So, in order to resemble the total of the stationery account, we use by balance CD 100 rupees. Drawing account. Here you can see in the debit side total of 1,000 rupees, but in the credit side it is nil. So, the balance is 1,000 rupees. We will use the word by balance CD. Manoj account. If you see that in the credit side we have a total of 13,000 rupees, but here in the debit side we have nothing, nil. So, therefore, the balance is 13,000 rupees and here we use the word to balance CD, and I have made it very clear, dear learners, that if the total of the credit side is more than the debit side, we will have a credit balance, and if the total of the debit side is more than the credit side, we will have a debit balance. Last one is interest account. So, you see that we have 1400 rupees in the credit side, but we have nothing in the debit side. So, therefore, the balance is 1400 rupees and we will use the word to balance CD. Then the next one is trial balance. So, well friends, we will see how the trial balance is prepared. So, simply what we have to do is that we have to write the debit balance of any account in the debit side and the credit balance of the accounts in the credit side of the trial balance. So, if we go back, we will see that cash account. So, in the cash account we have a debit balance of 13,300. We have a debit balance because debit side is more than the credit side. Therefore, this is a debit balance of 13,300. Kindly check, it will be written in the debit side of the trial balance. Yes, these are the debit balance 13,300. Then sales account we have a credit balance of 29,000. Kindly check. sales account. Yes, sales account, yes, 29,000, because the credit side is more than the debit side, therefore it is a credit balance. So 29,000 we have already written in the trial balance. Next one is salaries account. So we have a debit balance of the salaries account 6,000, and again we have a debit balance of Pankaj account 6,000 rupees. So both salaries account and Pankaj account have a debit balance by 6,000 and 6,000. So in the debit side of the trial balance 6,000 each we will find. Yes, salaries account 6,000, Pankaj account 6,000. Now again we go back, salaries account and Pankaj account. Next one is purchases account. So we have a debit balance of 17,000 rupees. Kindly check 17,000 in the debit side. This 17,000. Yes. Now again we go back. Stationery account. So stationery account we have a debit balance of rupees 100, and as far as drawing account is concerned, again we have a debit balance of 1,000 rupees. So in the debit side of stationery and drawing, 100 rupees and 1,000 rupees. Kindly check. Yes, stationery 100, drawing 1,000 rupees. Now go back again. Manoj account and interest account. So here you see that we have a credit balance of 13,000 rupees and we have a credit balance of 1,400 rupees of interest account. So in the credit side of trial balance you will find 13,000 Manoj account and 1,400 interest account. Kindly check. Yes, Manoj account 13,000 and interest account 1,400. So this way the total of credit balance is 43,400 and total of debit side is 43,400. It means the total of debit side and credit side of trial balance got resembled. So this is how the trial balance is prepared with the help of the balances from the different ledgers from different accounts. So this was all for this lecture on ledger. So I am sure, dear learners, you might have been benefited a lot with this lecture, and I think now you are very clear how to prepare the trial balance, how to record the business transaction in journal, and then how to post the transaction into ledger, how to make a balance, and then how the trial balance is prepared with the help of the balances shown by the different ledgers. Thank you very much.